I don't know why it is that Mexico can have a border policy, but we can't. That's really strange.
I mean, I think we should.
There was a bit of a heated exchange between me, you, Andrew, you, and it stemmed from you saying that either I or Andrew or both of us have low IQ and we're stupid, and making jokes about like other stuff. And then Andrew made a joke about deportation, which you were like deeply offended by.
That was you?
Yeah, that was her.
That was really funny.
She didn't think so.
Yeah, I thought so, though.
Yeah.
I just find it kind of weird how, like, oh my God, people shouldn't be here illegally. Like, it's so wrong. They're criminals. Like, what coming over here is literally a crime. That's literally crazy. Like, it's a crime. But it's like, this is stolen land, and it's like
So is
known to be
Mexico.
stolen
So is Mexico.
land. So it's
Mexico's stolen land.
Yeah. Do you know the history of like Mexico City?
Mexico
like-
stolen. So Mexico stolen land. I can't immigrate there.
Damn. The fact that she thinks she can dance with Andrew Wilson on debate is this is gonna be good.
All land, all modern land is stolen from some group or another group. Yeah, they did. Yes, this was mostly Spaniards. Then Spaniards made mestizos. Mestizos butchered the indigenous population for sure. So it's all stolen land. I don't know why it is that I can't immigrate there. I can't just walk across the border there because, well, they arrest you and throw your ass back to your own country.
Honestly, that's how it should be. You sneak into another country, you should get arrested, and sent right back home. I mean, it's not complicated to do this. I mean, there's borders and security for a reason, for the nation's best interest. You follow the laws, and you got nothing to worry about.
To walk across the border to Mexico.
And then if you're there illegally, they ship you back here because you're not supposed to be in their country because they have a constitutionally elected government and
Yeah, but they're not.
they have border laws.
Deportating.
That's because nobody wants to go there. If people did, and by the way, they do. Yeah. When people come from south of Mexico into Mexico, they will keep them out, and they have the Mexican military on their southern borders keeping out people who try to migrate through Mexico. That's what happened with the whole caravan thing. They were literally trying to keep them out of their nation. So,
I have one argument for that. If we have a declining population and with births, why should we get rid of the illegals when we need them for our economy?
Well, okay, so first of all, I don't think that you need to have a continuously growing GDP. It's not necessary for the health and welfare of the nation. That's one. And then the second thing is that I think if you're going to spend your resources on basically illegals who come in, on healthcare, things like this, rather than supplementing your indigenous population so that they can have more live births, that seems really stupid to me. Why wouldn't you allocate your resources to your domestic population?
It just seems like you want to kind of force women into having babies instead of bringing in people who already have babies. When have I ever advocated that women should be forced to do anything? Oh.
See, this is how you know you're losing an argument, when you got to make up points that were never even brought up. He never brought up forcing women to do anything. She's the one that brought up the whole declining birth rate population to begin with to try to build whatever is left of her argument. But he never brought it up, so I don't understand how she can put words in his mouth like that. That just, how do you argue like that?
The abortion laws and all that.
That's not force. That's saying you can't do a thing.
I mean,
it's not forcing you to do a thing.
Do you want to actually contend with the actual topic at hand, though?
No. Yeah, continue on. I just had that one thing about the birth.
Abortion is a separate topic.
Oh, no. It started because when you were gone, I was talking about since...
Besides that, you said you're against most abortions.
No, I am.
So then you would use force?
No, listen. It's because the birth rates go down, and that's on the show. A lot of times, that's a topic on anti-abortion. And I'm just like, why kick them out if we need their population to keep birth?
Yeah, but this is a really strange argument, because if we didn't have a reproduction crisis, we wouldn't need to be importing anybody from anywhere. We can focus on our domestic population.
They're already here, which is the domestic population, and we're kicking them out when we need them. So
no, we don't need them. We don't need illegals here. So for one thing, you're talking about 1 million people a year who immigrate legally.
Yeah.
Our population boomed from 150 million to 330 million. right on par with the immigration policy of 1 million people coming in per year. So, thing is like, how much more do we need to import? What happens,
don't need
by
to
the way,
import.
is that when
don't kick
these
the
people
people out.
come in, when they come in, within a generation, they're right down to the low reproduction rates, just like everybody else is.
I thought, yeah, I don't. I'd have to look that
Look
up,
it up.
but I think it's kind of the opposite.
It's kind of not.
So to your point, it is a crime. It's I looked it up. It's 8 USC subsection 1325. It's a crime to enter unlawful entry.
Yeah, but I don't know, just like marking them as like, oh, you're a criminal. It's just like,
You're literally a criminal. You're breaking federal law. By definition, you'd be a criminal. It's no different than having a warrant out for you. You're a criminal. I mean, the moment you start breaking laws and evading arrest, giving false information, especially if it's done more than once, I think after the first time, it's a felony afterwards. Yeah, you become a criminal. I mean, it is what it is. It's no different than if I were to break the law, I'd go to jail. I get separated from my family. I mean, it's no different. You break the laws, there's consequences. It's not a hard concept to grasp.
and there's just the people come here to live a better
prioritize the
life, to
camera,
work
okay?
hard, provide for their family, because, you know, they just
Yeah,
want
but
to do better for
nobody's
them and their
disputing the
families.
motivation of wanting to go to a country that isn't yours for a better life. The question becomes, does the indigenous population of that country, the people who are in that country, who are citizens of that country, have a say in who gets to come in and who doesn't? I think they do. Just like you have a say as to who comes into your house and doesn't come into your house.
I don't know. It's also kind of weird. It's like, oh, you can't come into our country, but we'll go into yours and vacation there, and like we'll go celebrate.
You can come here on
your
vacation.
culture. It's just
You can. So here's what you do: you go get a passport, and you can come here and have a vacation, then go back home, and we can go to your country with a passport and go on vacation, and then come back home. That's how that works. That doesn't mean that you have citizenship and that you can then drain the coffers for social welfare and drain the coffers for medical care. Like that's a no-go. Like why do you think that the citizenry of the United States is going to want to supplement people who aren't from their people group?
and
They don't want to.
like white Americans, like they go live in Mexico because it's cheaper and stuff, and
Yeah, they have to go through the same process, though. They have to apply for limited citizenship, and then they have to apply for Mexican citizenship if they want to stay there long term.
but like a lot of them don't.
Yeah, they go there on vacation. True.
They just have to come back every certain amount of time, and they abide by that instead of actually getting.
But by the way, for the Mexican government, this is a good thing, right? Because they get all sorts of money from the gringo, who brings in that gringo greenback. And that's worth a lot more than the Mexican peso is. So they love having tourists come in and things like that. It's not the same fiscal drain on them as it is on us. It's a literal fiscal drain on this country. Not to have vacationers come in, but to have people come in who are at the lowest economic status you could possibly be at, and then immediately they come in and get welfare, they get medical care, they get all of this. Literally on our tax dollar. Now it's really
And it blows my mind that people can come into the country illegally and they get all these benefits. And it comes out of everybody's tax dollars, and people are okay with this. It just, I don't understand when, subsidizing people who don't even belong here became okay.
I just think it's
but you don't pay for that.
it's wrong. Like the immigrants here, like we work hard and everything. We contribute to this country too. It's not like we're here and just living life. No, they work hard 24/7.
There's no dispute. I've literally lived in California. I grew up in California. I saw what immigrant labor did in the lettuce fields and when they were working in the vineyards, especially. I see it in Michigan when they're picking fruit. Yeah, that's hard ass work. Nobody's disputing that. We have migrant work programs so that migrants can come in and work and then go back to their home country.
A majority of immigrants are those people too, and it's just like, oh,
I'm not disputing that.
Deport them. It's just like you're deporting hardworking immigrants that is contributing to your country. Like the food you have. Is
Yeah, they also
because
do.
of them.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
It's easily accessible.
They also
because
come in
of
and do
them.
remittances. So what they do is they come in and they get American dollars here, and then they send it back to their origin nation untaxed. It doesn't help us at all.
Okay,
So-
but it literally like you guys go into our country, whatever. It's just
Well, which is your country? Is the United States
Well,
your country or is
I was
Mexico
born,
your
yeah, I was born
country?
here. But yeah, I can still say like Mexico. It's like, you know, my,
Is that your country or isn't it?
no, it's not. It's not like my actual country.
So
but
what's
it's
your
like, I'm
country?
from. Well, I was born here in the United States.
So who are your countrymen?
Well, I'm Mexican American, but I do have family in Mexico. so-
Sure.
Yeah.
You have family there, but who are your countrymen?
I think she's highlighting her ethnic background.
Oh, is that what you think? I didn't know that she was.
Okay, again, she's Mexican American, so the answer to his question is America is your country. He's not trying to trick you into a question. It's a very simple, straightforward question.
Doing that, but I'm really glad you clarified. It's super
You're
nice
welcome.
of you.
Thank you.
So anyway, I was just curious though, if we get
No,
back
yeah,
to
I
this.
can't say. I can't say that's. I can't say like, oh, that's my country. I wasn't born there. But,
Right. Yeah, I was just curious who.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so like, if Mexico and America went to war, who do you have your loyalty to?
The fact that she has to think about this should speak volumes. That she has to really sit there and go, who would my loyalty be to? Are you fucking serious? That is just wild, dude. How do you have to think about who your allegiance would be to if Mexico and the United States, and you were born in the United States, go to war? Who would you side with? That seems like a pretty simple question to me.
Don't know. Do you think that maybe that's
Wait,
a
let's
problem
get
with
an
having
answer.
immigrants in?
Wait, let's get an
Yeah,
answer.
go ahead.
that is
Who's your
a good
loyalty to?
question. I would do a lot to protect like Mexicans
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Honestly.
So maybe for the people who are here, right, who when we hear this from even people who are born here with American citizenship, if my country goes to war with your country, I'm going to side with that other country and not my own
But
country.
since I'm born here, like I can't really do anything about.
That's
the
true,
other
except
country.
advocate on behalf of the enemy
And
who
since
we
I-
could be at war with.
Since I live here, I can't really do anything like about it.
Well, you can. You can vote, and you can advocate on behalf of potential enemies of the United States. So if we go to war with Mexico, now you have loyalties to Mexico and not to the United States. That's a massive problem with immigrants coming in, especially en masse from a single country, is now we have dual loyalties we have to deal with. That's not a good idea. No nation would put up with that.
In the political hierarchy, I don't think they allow people with dual citizenships, because then you run the risk of, that person having, split loyalties. I mean, it just becomes dangerous. And I don't know if the U.S. has a thing like that where you can have dual citizenship and be in like in political hierarchy. I'm not sure how that works, though.
Like, what nation would ever put up with that? Like, imagine this. Let me give you this scenario. So let's say that there's millions of people who are like-minded like you who said, well, I would prefer actually to advocate for Mexico if there was a war between Mexico and America, right? And then we had a draft, and we drafted tens of thousands of people who thought like that. Now you have soldiers in the field who are willing to shoot other soldiers in the back, right?
I honestly respect both. I can't. I don't know. I wouldn't like.
What
really
was your
I
original
respect
question? Where
both.
does her loyalties lie, to the United States or Mexico
Yeah.
in the event of a war?
Yeah, and she said she doesn't. I don't know.
I respect.
If you
both,
had to pick one.
honestly. Well, since I live here, I don't know. I would have to pick the U.S. But like,
But you have
I
a
would
lot of
still-
loyalties there, right?
I would still feel for Mexico.
Wow. That's crazy how she doesn't even know where her loyalty is. I mean, that's crazy, man. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.